Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You know what? Welcome back to my channel. Alright, let me share this video. Alright. Alright, y'all, so I had some downloads, right? I literally opened this upside down. I knew every prayer is answered. That's right. So the instant that I'm getting ready to burn is oud, the wood of God. Get out of that kitchen. Don't even go in there. Don't go in there, buddy. Let me go get my ASIM holder. Get out. Get in there. All right. So I'm going to do a video and then I will probably repost it later. Okay. Edit it and repost it. So, dear Divine, please bless and charge me with the energy to bring balance to my complete being, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially. Everything that is in between is below. Please block out any interferences sent to harm me, the collective, my loved ones, their loved ones. All right. Return to sender and requester. Turn back to sender and requester. So, let's go. All right, so this is going to be a early morning reading. All right, this is a collective message. This is something that we need to get prepared for. All right, so let's see what Divine has for us. Let me put my dollar eyes up. I don't know why they won't go into the pouch, so maybe I'm gonna leave them out. All right, let me just put a stone there. All right, so hello. All right, there's some weird energy that is happening, like in the collective, right? I like when my hat is big. There's some weird energy that's happening in the collective. It feels like, y'all know I don't like to use, you know what, let me not say that. It's just some weird energy in the collective, right? And the energy feels very forceful. It's almost like people want you to, not just people, but like the energy wants you to address something, right? They want to have a conversation with you. They want to speak for you. They want to speak up to you. They want to say something. It feels very pulling, right? And the thing is, like I've been pulled to certain things, even my timeline, right? I have a brand new page. I have a brand new page on my Twitter. And even my timeline 444, the things that I have seen on my timeline, I'm like, why is this in my algorithm? Like all I follow is cats and flowers. That's it. And it's just like a lot of negativity. I don't even want to say negativity, but a lot of weird stuff. And even like the pages that I go to, I unfollowed everybody already, because at first I just was like hitting follow back. You get what I'm saying? And I was like, I'm gonna give everybody a chance until I don't want to give them a chance. But then I was like, no, the stuff that they're retweeting and talking about, I don't want that in my algorithm. So I probably messed up my algorithm from there. But before that, it was a pulling energy. And I've noticed it over the last couple days. It's like I think a thought and then boom, it's in my algorithm. So, and then I also have I have protection work going on, but me being the person that I particularly am, right? Ain't no but to that. I have protection work going on. So the weird thing is I had made a post, right? I made a post in the community tab, and I had said something in the lines of like, the Divine Mother said you can't play with these people, right? You can't entertain them. You can't go out and play with them. As bad as they want your attention, you're not giving it to them. Hello, hello, hello. As bad as they want your attention, you're not giving it to them. You get what I'm saying? So, what I want to address in this reading, what I want you to get prepared for is, it's almost like they're amping up to say something bigger or more about you. It's like when they can't get to you the way that they want to, either they, they try to do these other little dumb shit, right? And I want people to be their true, authentic selves, right? That's what I really want. I want people to be their true, authentic selves. And at this point, when we realize that somebody is being fake them on a fake page, on fake ass energy, or whatever the case is, it's not necessarily our job to call them out, but it's our job to lead by example. That's very big of me to say, because me being a Ghostbuster, right? Me being a Ghostbuster, I be wanting to blow the whistle on every fucking body. All right? I be wanting to blow the whistle on everybody. But me also being a Sagittarius Mercury, I know that my blow the whistle be sounding like, an attack before it sound like love. So I want people to know that they are seen. Okay? They're seen. They're heard. They're loved. All right? Even when I don't want to give you that love, like even when I personally don't want to give you that love, or you personally don't want to give that person that love at that moment, they're still loved. They are still loved, okay? Even if it's your biggest hater, your biggest competitor, guess what? They're still loved by somebody, okay? And that's what these people need to understand. Like, somebody out there love you. You don't have to chase us down to get our attention, to feel love. Cover up and reverse, okay? Everybody needs a community. Everybody needs a community. Even the people that you caregiver, even the people that you call out, that you expose, that you ghost bust, even the people that that you see doing wrong, like, somebody still loves them, okay? The Divine Mother loves them. She loves everybody. She really does. She absolutely loves everybody. And that's what I'm trying to teach people, okay? That's what I'm trying to have people remember, is that the Divine Mother loves everybody. Let me grab these cards. So we just had a full moon in you get 24-hour timeout. Like, I don't feel like playing with y'all this morning, okay? I don't. I promise to goodness I don't, okay? We just had a full moon in Virgo, and I don't even know what the I don't know what the moon cycle is in today, but I can imagine it being in probably if it was in Virgo, I can imagine it probably being in Scorpio at this moment, because I think it changed like every couple hours or whatnot, right? Every couple days. I don't know. But it once we get to Virgo, I have a Virgo North Node, okay? Once the moon cycle hits Virgo all the way to Taurus, my temperament is, it's my patience is like this thin, okay? My niceness is real this small. That has a lot to do with me being a Pisces, Aries, moon. All right, my niceness is this small, okay? Because I just be like, why are you so dumb? Okay, why are you so dumb? And I hate to call people dumb, but like some of their actions just be real dumb. Okay, and so like I don't want to play with nobody. I don't want to play with nobody this morning. I'm not nobody's Pookie. Don't come on my page talking about poo or nothing. Okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm a grown-ass woman. You're a grown-ass person. I literally said this video is not for kids. So I know that you're a grown-up. Okay? Let's be grown about being on YouTube at this point. Okay? Y'all wanna be with kids or whatever the case is, go to TikTok. Alright, so clear. Please remove any weirdness out of the energy, out of my energy. Okay. All right, so y'all get ready for this. This is what y'all getting ready for. You just out of here. Because I don't want to feel your energy in the reading anyway. I'm going to say burn enough Palo Santos. God bless you, baby. Thank you. They been starting. They've been starting. They started a couple days ago. Hey, Amazing Grace. What's up, baby? They started a couple days ago. They started at the beginning of the year, to be honest. They just been hit and they've been quiet. All right, so get prepared for this, right? So tonight I'm doing the Ma Durga lesson 2. We already did lesson 1. All right, I believe that it was I listened back to it. I put the timestamps in it as well. So we are going to continue with the Devi Sukkam. Okay. Very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song for Ma Durga. To be honest, I did this 2 or 3 years ago. under the advisor of a teacher, right? And I just was going through the comments of, well, not just now, but I went through the comments of the videos, because when I do work for somebody else, like with somebody else, when I participate in classes and stuff like that, I do the homework, right? I do the homework, I do the meditations, I do what they basically, advising me to do. I don't want to say telling me, but advising me to do. And the Divine Mother, the spirits, they really connect with me, right? Everybody that has done it, like I was going through the comments, everybody that has done it literally has some form of connection to the Divine Mother. And I can't even make this up. On day 1, 2 years ago, I hit the Texas lottery. On day 1. Okay? I would look back at my pictures and my videos when I was doing that work. And I'm saying 2 years ago, it might have been 3 years ago, when I was doing that work, and I have felt the most confident, the most beautiful is I have ever felt in my life. I didn't want for anything. Y'all just gonna get hidden. I didn't want for anything far as finances go, far as spirituality goes. The only thing that I wish I would have done differently is I wish that I would not had stopped. Okay? I wish I would not have stopped. That was a lesson on my own accord, right? That was a lesson on my own accord, because like I told y'all before, the teachers be ready to go on, but the student does not be ready. Okay? And that's it. My teacher, I was in an occult school. Occult. Not a cult. C-U-L-T, not a cult. Okay? I was in a occultist school. College, actually. O-C-C-U-L-T. Okay? And one thing about an occult school is they teach you about all energies. So we would go from Hindu goddesses to voodoo to Santeria to Ifa, wherever, to jinns, to wherever the teacher taught, right? Prior to that, about 12, 13 years ago, right? I'm going to say actually, you know what? My son is 18. He's about to be 18. So maybe like 15, 16 years ago, I had an encounter with a Hindu goddess. All right? In meditation. Standing at standing at my feet. Okay? And what she said to me, I should have just stuck with the Hindu goddesses. But I'm a Scorpio, okay? So I dibble and dab in all things occult, okay? So anywho, this is where we're staying though. This is where we're staying. I'm not going to teach y'all voodoo. I'm not going to teach y'all hoodoo. I'm not going to teach y'all none of that. Only thing I'm gonna show y'all here at Jupiter Occult is the ancestors and the Hindu goddesses and gods. That's it. I'm not teaching y'all nothing else. So if you want voodoo, hoodoo, sorry, you missed that. You missed that in the last year or two. Okay? And before that. All right. So, anywho. So what I want to tell y'all is this magic actually works. Okay, these formulas that I'm going to share with y'all, they actually work. Okay, I have done them with somebody. I have done them without somebody. I have shown my husband. I have shown my family. And honestly, we are blessed by the gods. High and low, we are blessed by the gods. Okay, we don't want or need for anything. And those that are around us don't want or need for anything either. So you can choose to do it if you feel called to. If not, I understand. Okay? Circle back around. I'm never going to erase this stuff off of my page. Everything else is locked up. But from here on out, nothing else is coming off of my page unless, you know, it's crazy. Unless I have to come on here and go off on somebody or something, you know, I might lock that up because I'd be like, okay, you just needed that right then and there. Okay? For my mouth, not my heart. Okay, so how to prepare for lesson number 2. First things first, do lesson number 1. I said that the homework was due today, right? But you can start this at any time. You can start this at any time. Take notes. Don't rush through it. Okay? The connection is always going to be there. I believe in divine timing. I believe that, you know, the TikTok clock, that it you know, that's an illusion. So you can start this at any time. Okay? Tonight, I'm going to be showing you guys an invocation. Well, I'm going to be giving you guys an invocation, like invoking the goddess into us. And there's 3 things that I want to say that you can get from this. Complete divine protection. Okay, protection. Complete protection. Okay, from the Divine Mother, the Shakti energy. Okay, the gods, the goddesses. You can get complete protection. You don't need no other protection rituals or formulas or anything when you're working with these gods. I promise y'all. Okay, don't mix and match hoodoo with this. You don't need that. Okay, formulas are formulated the way that they are so that you can follow them to the T. Don't add extra stuff. The other thing that you can get is divine beauty. Okay, I want y'all to prepare for this because in the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years, let's even go back to 2004, there's been a big insecurity amongst the divine feminine. A big insecurity, okay? Men are, and when I'm saying men, I'm talking about men and women, okay? But people have, you know, they have tried to belittle us where we might feel so insecure that we don't even want to get up. There's been a lot of beauty magic going on. There's been a lot of bait and switch, energy harvesting. And when you get energy harvest, to be honest, listen, when you get energy harvest, you know that somebody is harvesting your energy when you start doing things that don't make sense, like cutting your hair off. Okay, cutting your hair off. And yeah, you want to change, but our hair is our antennas to the world. I cut my hair off 2, 3 times when I was getting energy harvest. Okay, that's a big thing. When you start wearing a lot of black, like, oh, I look slimmer in black. Black is something that hello, that it attracts negative energy. Okay, so you start wearing a lot of dark colors. That's how you know you're being energy harvest. You're bright as the sun. I don't care what color your skin is. If you want to wear pink, you want to wear green, you want to wear yellow, like, put it on. You like, oh, I that don't look good on me. Everything looks good on you. You are a god. You are a god. So the third thing that you can get from this is mad money. I never tell y'all this. I never say this to y'all. I never say this to y'all. I never say anything about money when it comes to doing this type of work. But you do not need for anything with doing this work. That's just me being real, blunt and honest. I probably won't say that again tonight because this working with Durga, who sustains the wealth. That was I did not bring my papers in here. Let me go get my papers because they're right next to the bed. Let me go get my papers. Y'all, we're going to have an expo marker. I'm prepared. An expo marker. And it's red. It is red. So, I went over the first 3 bows in lesson number 1. But let me read them to y'all. We bow to the great goddess, to the energy of infinite goodness. We prostrate with hands together to nature, to the excellent one. We bow to the reliever of suffering, to the eternal, to the embodiment of rays of light. We continue to bow to the goddess who manifests light to the form of devotion, to happiness. We bow to change, to perfection, to dissolution, to wealth, which sustains the earth, to the wife of Shiva, the blessed mother of the world. We bow. So let me tell y'all that Shiva has no desires. He has no desires in this world. So when you bow to the divine mother, right, and we surrender and we invoke her into our energy, listen, baby, you get this. This is what you get. Okay? Suffering no more. Like wealth, beauty, and then what we're gonna go over tonight is we bow to the one who removes difficulties, who moves beyond all difficulties to the essence. We continue to bow to the doer of all, to the perception and the unknowable one. You like, I don't even know what it is, right? I don't know who she is, what she is. When you invoke her into your life, you don't know what you're getting into, but I'm telling you, this tells you everything that you're getting into. It's like a hidden secret. Okay, it's a hidden secret. All right. It says we bow to the extremely beautiful and the extremely fierce. We bow to the establisher of the perceivable world, who is modane existence. We bow. We bow to the divine goddess existing in all. We bow to the power of love, or Lord Vishnu, the sustainer of earth. Okay. Not just earth, the sustainer of the universe. Okay. We bow to her. We bow to her. We continue to bow to her. All right, y'all. That's what we getting into tonight. How do we prepare for it? How do we prepare for it? You don't need these items tonight, but I just want to put them in y'all mind. I need y'all to get 3 lemons. Okay? You can get as many lemons as you want, but I need you to get 3 lemons. Let me get some stuff. Let me get some stuff. Like, what is she getting? I'm about to show y'all the most, and then I'm going to tell y'all the minimum that you need, okay? Because you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot. I'm telling you. The one thing, the thing is, let me tell y'all something. When you do these mantras out loud, okay, you did them one time out loud. It counts as 1, right? When you do them in your mind, and I said this before, when you do them in your mind, it counts as 10,000, okay? When you say it silently, it counts as 10,000. So you need 3 lemons. 3 lemons. You can get 9. Always work with odd numbers always work with odd numbers. Okay. Anybody that's ever booked with me knows that I book readings on odd times. Okay. 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay. 1, 3, 5, 7. Yeah, those are odd numbers. Okay. So you can get 3 lemons. You can have 1 lemon. Okay. But anyway, you can get 1 lemon. All right. I want y'all to get these type of candles, because what we're going to do is we're going to cut the lemon open. We're going to empty out the lemon, and we are going to not do that. We're going to set the candle, the tea candle inside of the lemon, okay? You need a red candle. If you don't want to do the tea candles, you can get pure ghee. Pure ghee. Okay, I got this at my Indian food store. I believe they have ghee at the groceries, at the regular grocery store, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't even play with it. Okay, if you use pure ghee and you want to make your own candles, which I'll show y'all how to do tonight, you do have to let them sit so that they set. These are open because the girl be around here lighting lamps. This is called a lamp. Okay, and this is kind of what it's gonna look like. All right, y'all. Never mind my nails. I paid $110 and 2 of them broke. I be washing dishes like a mug at work because I be needing my pots and pans. Okay, so you need some wick balls. Okay, some cotton wick balls. If you get the ghee, if you do the ghee, okay. If you don't do the ghee, these are easier. You do need some type of light, okay? You do need some type of light. It says, who manifests light to the form of devotion, okay? That's line number 2, to happiness, okay? You need some type of light, all right? You get minimum, you can get a red candle. That's all you need. Red candle, bath water. Yes, I'm going to show you guys how to do. We're going to invoke the goddess into a bath. Okay, we're going to invoke the goddess into a bath. This is the first ritual, bath ritual that I'm going to show y'all. However, it's not going to be the last one. Okay, we're going to take a lot of baths. Okay, we're going to take a lot of baths because water is, we can't get to the oceans. Okay, we can't get to the oceans. I'm just being realistic. When I did this work before, I didn't go to the ocean. I'm down here in Texas. I could go to Galveston, but no. The bath works perfectly fine. If you don't have a bathtub, get you a bucket of water. You need something where you could put your feet into. Okay, you need something where you get a foot bath. Whatever the case is. I'm just thinking outside the box. Okay, I can't do this in my there. Okay. Another thing that you need, which I don't have, but I will have tonight, roses. Okay. If you cannot get red roses, you need red flowers. Okay. So, candles, tea candles, or you need the ghee. All right. You need 3 lemons, or you can have 1 lemon. 1 lemon. Okay. You need a red candle. That's all you need. And you need bathtub. We're not putting no bubbles in this bath. We're not putting no essential oils in this bath. We're not putting no stones in this bath. This is real easy, real simple. Okay, so that's how we need to get prepared. All right, I do advise you guys not just to do this right here. I like to introduce myself to my spirit team. Okay, I like to introduce myself to my spirit team before I start to ask for stuff. Okay, so that way I could just be like, hey girl, hey mom, I'm not just showing up when I need something. Okay, don't we hate when people call us and they just need something? You get what I'm saying? So let's get prepared for that, right? Now, before I let you go, I want to pull some cards for you guys. I'm using the deck Power of Surrender. Surrender to your soul path. Surrender to your soul path. It says your life journey has been perfectly designed for your soul growth. Embrace every lesson in every moment. Okay? So that's what Divine wants you to know, how to get prepared for this next step is surrendering to your soul path. We tried everything under the sun. Okay? We have tried everything under the sun and we still feel blocked. We still feel like we're under attack. We still feel like, how do I get out of this? You get what I'm saying? That's because you have to surrender to your soul path and not nobody else's and what they are saying your path is. Okay? You do not need a reading for somebody to tell you what your path is. Which one makes you feel like you're not in hell? Yes, everybody goes through things, but when you are walking around the wrong path, okay, so let's just say, for example, you put a fish into a jungle. Are they going to survive? Maybe if you threw them like in a little pond water, right? But no, not for real. Not for real. It's going to be something that comes in and eat that fish. All right, so a lot of us are fish. A lot of us are fish. All right, so thank you so much, Divine. The Fool card, first card out is the Fool card. All right, taking a leap of faith. Okay, new beginnings. New beginnings. And I'm telling you that, oh, in the Eight of Pentacles, I love that. I love that. I love that. Doing the work. Hey, girl, hey. So taking a leap out on faith. Somebody could be a Virgo sun, an Aquarius. Your destiny has already been pre-written. Which way your directions and everything, they've already been pre-written. That's what I'm hearing. It's either you wrote this out before or this is something that was ordained. It's almost like you're coming back to something that, I don't know, maybe you was invested into something like maybe maybe about 7 years ago. 7 years ago. Okay, so this is like a 7-year cycle. You tried something 7 years ago and unexpectedly things changed. Okay, unexpectedly you just was like, all right, that's not for me, and you started doing something else, and Spirit is bringing you back to the table about this. The Empress. Someone could have lost a baby 7 years ago, and now you're trying to, if it's not a baby, it could be a business. It could be a business. Maybe you started a business 7 years ago or something, but it's something that you really nurtured and grew, and you really wanted it. But what happened? Thank you so much, Spirit. What happened? The Death card in reverse. So it's not that it was over. It's not that it was over. It's just that maybe you lost sight of something. Maybe you got enraged about something. You got distracted along your path or whatnot with the Death card coming out in reverse. So it wasn't a complete end to whatever it is that you were doing, because you're getting ready to jump right back into it. With the Fool card coming back to it, it's like maybe someone or something pushed you to the edge and you felt like, okay, I can't do this. I absolutely can't do this. Okay. I'm also getting something about, because I'm getting something about a baby. Maybe some of you guys are supposed to be mothers. All right. Some of y'all are supposed to be mothers, and it's been a long time coming. All right. You never too old to have a baby. I want y'all to know she has a red rose in her head as well. The Moon card. Okay. Pisces energy. This is really giving, like, I'm talking to somebody that is a high priestess, right? or a high priest. But it's almost like that energy is dormant. It's like that energy is dormant. And it's just like you're waiting on a time and a place for you to rise up and come out again. Okay? You're waiting on that time and place for you to rise up and come out again. You can relax. You should relax right now. Spirit wants you to relax and really, truly get prepared. You wasn't prepared 7, 8 years ago, to be honest. You could have been a person that was a little bit, I don't know what the word is, timid. Timid. That's the word, timid. Timid. You could have also been following behind someone with the Fool card. You could have been following behind somebody that I'm saying somebody, but I'm honestly getting like you could have been following behind an entity of some sort. It's almost like I just heard like lapdog. You was someone's lapdog or whatnot. The Hierophant. Yeah. So it's like you and someone or something were on the same quest. So now that spirit has kind of come. I love that Callie and Shiva is out here. I love these two cards right here. This is what made me buy this deck. This is what made me buy this deck. Someone could have tried to guide you off of this path, okay? Maybe saying something or doing something, but they really tried to guide you off of this path. Somebody could have told you that, you know, oh, that's dark energy, that's dark magic, or whatever the case is that you're doing. But this is something that you were born to do, and to be honest, this is the freest that you've ever felt. With the Hierophant coming out, Spirit is saying that if you surrender to your soul path, that you will have no desires. You get what I'm saying? I told y'all Shiva has no desires. Okay? And he has given you that. It's not just you. You have a partner. Your true partner. Okay? Your true partner has no desires either. This partner right here that you're working with, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, this partner right here, this isn't somebody that, Capricorn Sun, this isn't somebody that necessarily is, like a business partner. This is not a business partner, okay? This is somebody that is like a friend to you, a guided, a earth angel, a spirit guide, a earth spirit guide, that's what I want to say. A earthly spirit guide, okay? My son is 7 years old. Having a kid could change everything. You start focusing, and listen, y'all, I have kids. You start really like focusing on your kid, raising your kid, and you stop making certain decisions because you have a child. You be like, no, I can't do that because this is going to affect my child. If you do this and you surrender to your soul path, your kid gonna be good. Your kid gonna be good. I tried to reopen 3 other businesses and they all fell through, not doing well like the first one. Now it's the time for you to try it again. But there is a surrendering that has to happen when you do business, because business is built off on faith. Faith. Having a business, I don't care what your business is, it is absolutely spirit-led. I expected business to stay the same, but I had no one to watch my space while I was on leave. So business just died down in between time. Yeah, we're like I said, this isn't a business, this isn't a business partner necessarily. Spirit is your business partner. Spirit is your business partner. Thank you so much, Spirit. What else does Divine want us to know? Ooh. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. Gemini Sun. What's this Ten of Swords? What is Spirit want us to know with that Ten of Swords? Three of Pentacles in reverse. If you try to work with somebody, it's going to fall through again. It's going to fall through again. Okay? I want y'all to be very oh my goodness. I was gonna say selfish. I was gonna say the word selfish, but it's what's this Ten of Swords with that Three of Pentacles in reverse? What's that Ten of Swords? What? Because the word is not selfish that I'm looking for. Damn, Four of Wands in reverse. I want y'all to be very aware of who it is that you're trying to build with. Okay, this isn't you don't build with the lover here. When you surrender to your soul's path, let me tell y'all something. Do I want to talk about that right now? I don't have no time. I don't have no time to talk about that right now. I ain't even gonna do it. Okay. Aries, Venus. You're not doing this alone. You're not doing this alone. The Hierophant came out point blank. You're not doing this alone, right? I'm doing it with you. The people on here are doing it with you. The people that are doing these lessons, they're doing it with you. Okay. But we're all doing it alone. When you get into that bathtub, you're taking a bath by yourself. Okay? You're taking a bath literally by yourself. You need to know that this isn't something that you're doing to gain a platform for. This is not something you're doing to gain some money for. You have the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. There's a real big, loud being aware of something. Spirit is kind of taking you back to the very beginning so that you can understand why you're even doing this. Yes, you're going to have the wealth. You're going to have the spiritual connection. Y'all just need to not get distracted with the material things. And then not to get distracted with the material gains that you will receive. So it's like almost like remaining humble. Remaining humble. With the Empress coming out, you definitely got to remain humble. Okay? The Empress is coming up under the Death card as well, too. So, with that energy, Callie is speaking. What's the Death card in reverse with the Empress? Look at that. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Definitely remaining humble. Humble as fuck. Fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sag. Spiritually humble. Energetically humble. Don't be greedy. What was the problem? What was the problem before? Just so we can just have an understanding. Thank you. Look at that. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse with the Four of Cups. You also need to know that charity work is at play here. Okay? As much as you receive, you got to give back a percentage of that as well, too. You're not taking offers from everybody. I don't want y'all to if you are actively participating in another I'm telling y'all to get prepared, right? If you're actively participating in one ritual, don't get into another ritual. You don't want to have multiple energies pulling on you. The Ten of Swords with the Four of Wands and the Three of Pentacles, some of y'all have too many people pulling on your energy. Too many, you got too much stuff going on. You got too much stuff on your altar with the Four of Wands. That's a platform. That's a altar work. Okay? The Four of Wands, people don't look at that like that's altar work, but it absolutely is. The Page of Pentacles. You are invested, okay? You're invested into too much. Let's calm it down. Let's calm it down, okay? Spirit wants you to get prepared. So what I want y'all to do today, before y'all come on tonight, right? I want y'all to call back y'all energy. I want y'all to call back y'all energy from everything. How do you do that? Do the 32 names of Mandurga. Call back your energy. Call back your energy from everything. If people are trying to literally agitate you, irritate you, and I want y'all to know that that's going to be happening throughout the day, because when you start calling back your energy, those other entities, they hear you, right? But if you put the armor of my Durga on, if you put the armor of God on, right? They don't hear nothing. You just, it's like coming in the room. Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping, okay? And you just get your shit right back up. I don't know why Dora the Explorer been in my head like lately. I guess that's how I'm feeling, like we feeling, okay? All right, thank you so much. Look at that. Look at that. The Queen of Swords. Call back your energy, okay? All your energy. Look at that. Look at what's being, look at that power. You don't even have to go far. You don't need to go to these people. You don't need to call them and say, hey, you know what? I don't want anything else to do with you. My reader said, my occultist said, I need to call back my energy, so I'm calling back my energy. You're also not saying this on social media either. I'm saying it on YouTube for you. You're not calling, you're not doing that. Okay, you're not doing that. I call back all my energy from everybody, any and everybody that I need to call my energy back from. Okay, whether you think that this is good or bad. Okay, the magician is the element of good or bad, whether you think it's good or bad. Because if I call back my energy from people that I call back my energy from y'all. Okay, I call back my energy from y'all. Y'all can't pull on me. Nah. I'm just telling y'all what to do. Okay, I call back my energy from everybody that's on YouTube, that has watched me. Because the minute that you say something and this goes out to my YouTube readers, I'm saying this for y'all. The minute that you say something that they don't like, right? Then they want to start dogging you. Then they want to say something about you, and they want to say, "Oh yeah, you was doing this, and I felt this way about you, and I felt." But you was good when it was good, right? All right, y'all. Last card, Six of Pentacles. Everything that you lost is coming back to you. Okay? Everything that you lost is coming back to you. People can beg, plead for this energy, but at the end of the day, only the Divine Mother decides who gets these blessings. Only Most High decides who get these blessings. Everybody is not getting this right away. Everybody isn't getting this right away. I need one more card with that, though. Thank you so much. The King of Pentacles. I knew I needed one more card. All right. The King of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is stability. This is stability. These are long-term goals. Even if you don't get it right away, just know that it's coming. Stability is coming, okay? So, I love you guys. All right? I love you guys. And what else? The power of surrender. Surrender to your soul path, okay? Let's see. Let's get one more card. I'm talking about that's it. Let's get one more card. A surrender card. Surrender to play. It says, take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. And surrender to rest and sleep. If you don't feel like you can handle the day, y'all, I'll be live tonight at 9:09. Just take a rest, okay? Take a rest. Go outside and play. Do not be calling people. Do not be entertaining no BS this morning, this afternoon. And that's it, okay? I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Y'all have a wonderful day on purpose, okay? Have a wonderful day on purpose, and y'all do the homework. I put timestamps in the last video, okay? I put timestamps in the last video. In the video with the roses, I believe, is where you can get the bow, where you can get the DV Sutra at. All right, I'll post it in the community tab as well. Y'all copy it and send it to FedEx, okay? Send it to FedEx so that y'all can have it tonight when we going over it. And I'll talk to you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.